everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am here today to talk about one of my favourite things, slight obsession of mine, Zoflora. I know there are many people out there who are just as obsessed with Zoflora as I am. I will say, quick disclaimer, these are not my favourite scents. My absolute favourite scents are Bouquet and the pink grapefruit one. So if anybody doesn't know what Zoflora is, it's an antibacterial disinfectant that you can use in so many ways, and there are so many different scents that it comes in as well. Discovering little lists on the sides, and I think I'm going to have to start working my way through all of these lists because it's shocking that there's so many and I've hardly tried any. I get a favourite and I stick with it. Let's jump straight in with my list of ways I use Zoflora. Tip number 1, I dilute a little bit in a spray bottle and fill it up with water. Then I wipe all my sides of my kitchen, any paintwork I've got all the way through the house, skirting boards, my door frames, anything like that, I just give it a quick wipe over and it leaves everywhere in your house smelling amazing. Number 2, after you've had a bath or you've washed the dishes, pop a little bit down your plug hole and leave it to sit there for a while. And when you run the tap next, it will smell amazing. It just hits you with this gorgeous scent of Zoflora and it just smells incredible. So tip number 3 is pretty similar to the last one, but after I've done my dishes, I like to just pop a little bit into the sink after I've emptied it with a little bit of water and leave it there to sit for a while. It will fill your kitchen with the whole scent of the Zoflora and will smell amazing. Tip number 4 is to just pop a little bit of Zoflora onto a cloth and then go around your house wiping all of your light switches, your door handles. It will clean them. It will obviously, people touch these places all the time and they are probably one of the high traffic areas for germs. So I make sure I wipe all the light switches and the door handles. But also, if you think about where your light switches are positioned, they're sort of head height. So as you're walking in, you're smelling that Zoflora straight away. And it will just start each room with a nice little waft of Zoflora. So tip number 5 is to use it in my steam mop. I will use this instead of a floor cleaner or anything like that. I did actually, another little tip for your steam cleaner, I used to use a bit of Comfort in there and it left my house smelling amazing. The Zoflora does an even better job of it than that does. So that is my tip number 5. So tip number 6 and 7 I've seen on somebody else's and I've recently started doing it, and it is such a good hack and a good tip for Zoflora. So number 6 is to get a cotton pad and pop a bit of Zoflora onto it and then pop it into the filter part of your Hoover. I've got a Dyson cordless Hoover, so it's just the bottom bit that unclips. I pop it into there and as you're hoovering, the smell is unbelievable. I was buying packs of little tablets that you can get for your Hoover, and I think the Zoflora smells even better than that, and it's probably a lot cheaper to do it this way as well. So definitely a great hack. Tip number 7 is to do exactly the same thing, but pop the cotton pads into the bottom of your bins. Any bins in your house, I put them into the bathroom, into the kitchen, and it just keeps that little fresh smell going a little bit longer. Tip number 8, with the hot weather that we've been having, this has been one of my go-to things to do every other day, I'd say, is to take the kids' high chairs outside. They've got the IKEA high chairs, so they're just all plastic. I take them outside into the garden. I pop a little bit of Zoflora onto each chair and each tray, get some water and just wipe the whole thing, absolutely drench them and leave them to sit outside for a while. I'll then go over with the kettle or a jug of water, rinse it all off and leave them to sit in the sun for a while. You will not believe how long those high chairs smell of Zoflora for, and every time I get them out and bring them out and put the kids into them, I'm still smelling it. This is a couple of days after. But bearing in mind with the weather being nice, I'm doing this every couple of days, so it just is endless, the smell of Zoflora. But also, it's so good because it is a disinfectant, so it's getting rid of any nasties that are on the kids' high chairs. So tip number 9 is something that I used to use bleach for, or toilet cleaner, is just pop a little bit down your toilet. I usually just throw a capful down first thing of the morning and just leave it there, and it will keep that smell all day long. It smells really nice. And then tip number 10 is one of my favourite things that I first discovered when I got Zoflora, and I can't wait to be able to do it again this year. It is when you are putting your radiators on, give it a good wipe of Zoflora before you turn them on, and then every time you turn your radiators on, it will just pulsate that fragrance all around your room. And you will not believe how well it will fragrance every single room in the house. So they were my top 10 tips for Zoflora. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Drop me a comment down below. I want to know what is your top tip. If I haven't mentioned it, I want some more. So leave them in my comments down below. And if you are not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Join our little team over here. And I would love to have you all. Leave me a comment down below if you are a new subscriber so I can say hi, because I like to meet all of my new subscribers. And I will see you all soon. Bye.